Picture this. You have a credit card, $5,000 limit. You spend $2,000 on it throughout the month. Groceries, gas, maybe a piece of furniture. Normal life stuff. The bill comes in. You pay the full balance, every single dollar. Zero interest, zero late fees. You did everything right. 3 days later, your phone buzzes. Your credit score just dropped 20 points. Not because you missed a payment, not because of fraud, not because of anything you did wrong. It dropped because of one date on the calendar, a date your bank knows about and never told you. And until you know what that date is, this is going to keep happening to you every single month, no matter how responsible you are. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your credit score drops even when you pay on time. The one date that secretly controls your FICO score. The 1% rule that separates people with good credit from people with great credit. And the exact step-by-step process to fix all of it, starting this week. I use this exact strategy to push my own score to nearly a perfect 850. By the end of this video, you'll know how to do the same thing.
Before we get into it, if you want more videos like this, where we break down the real mechanics of money that nobody teaches you in school, hit subscribe right now. It takes 2 seconds, and it genuinely helps this channel keep making content like this. All right, let's get into it.
Here's what most people think happens when they use their credit card. They swipe, they spend throughout the month, the bill comes, they pay it. The credit bureaus see a zero balance, clean slate, good score. Simple. That's not how it works. The credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, they are not watching your account in real time. They don't update the moment you make a payment. They don't care that you paid it off on the 20th. What actually happens is this. Your bank takes a single snapshot of your balance once a month. One photo, one number. And that number gets sent directly to all 3 credit bureaus. It gets locked into your credit report for the entire month. Here's where it hurts. That snapshot is taken before you ever get a chance to pay. Let me walk you through the real timeline, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Your billing cycle runs for about 30 days. During those 30 days, you're living your life. Buying groceries, paying for subscriptions, filling up the tank. Your balance is climbing. At the end of those 30 days, the cycle closes. Your bank generates a statement. And that statement captures whatever balance exists at that exact moment. This is called the statement closing date. And this is the most important date in your financial life that nobody ever told you about. That balance on your statement, that's the number the bank sends straight to the bureaus. Then, about 25 days after the statement closes, your payment is actually due. So here's what happens in practice. You carry a $2,500 balance that gets reported to the credit bureaus on the 30th. You pay that $2,500 in full on the 20th of the following month. You pay zero interest, you're never late. But the bureaus already locked in that $2,500 balance before you paid a single dollar. Your credit report shows high usage. Your bank account shows a responsible borrower. The system isn't broken. It's just operating on a delay. And if you don't control the timing, you're letting the bank decide what your credit score looks like every single month.
Now here's why that one number matters more than most people ever realize. Your FICO score is built from 5 categories. Payment history, the biggest, at 35%. Makes sense. Did you pay your bills? Right behind it at a massive 30% is something called amounts owed. And this is almost entirely driven by your credit utilization ratio, the percentage of your available credit that you're actually using. Think about that for a second. Nearly 1/3 of your entire credit score is based on how much of your available credit shows up in that single snapshot on that one specific day each month. And the scoring model gets very uncomfortable once you cross certain thresholds. Under 30% is considered acceptable. Under 10% is where the better scores actually live. And here's the part that most videos skip over completely. This doesn't just apply to your overall utilization across all cards. It applies to every single card individually. You could have $50,000 in total available credit, but if one card, even a card with a $600 limit, is maxed out, your score takes a hit from that card alone. The algorithm sees that single maxed out account as a warning signal. Doesn't matter how clean everything else looks. I've seen people with scores in the 780s drop 30 to 40 points in a single month. They didn't miss a payment. They didn't open a new account. They just put a large purchase on a card with a lower limit and let the statement close before paying it down. Score dropped fast. They had no idea why. Here's the part that should actually excite you, though. Credit utilization has no memory. Unlike a late payment, which can sit on your report for 7 full years, utilization resets every single month. Whatever your balance is this month becomes completely irrelevant the moment next month's balance gets reported. Fix the number this month, your score responds this month. There is a newer model called FICO 10T that tracks balance history over time, but the vast majority of lenders are still using older models where utilization resets clean every cycle. For right now, this strategy works, and here's exactly how to use it.
Instead of waiting for your bill to arrive and then paying it, you pay before the bill has ever been created. 3 to 4 days before your statement closing date, you log into your credit card account and manually pay down your balance to a very low number. When the closing date arrives and the bank generates your statement, it captures that low balance. That's the number sent to the bureaus. That's the number that determines your credit utilization for the entire month. Let me show you exactly how this plays out. Your statement closes on the 15th. On the 11th, your balance is $2,000 on a $5,000 limit. That's 40% utilization. Without doing anything, that 40% gets reported. Your score takes a hit. But instead, on the 11th, you log in and make a manual payment of $1,900. Your balance drops to $100. When the 15th arrives, the bank generates your statement. It shows a balance of $100. That $100, 2% utilization, gets sent to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. When your actual due date comes, about 25 days later, you pay the remaining $100. Zero interest. Bank got paid in full, bureaus received a great number. Your score reflects a responsible, low-risk borrower. You're not gaming the system. You're just taking control of when the photo gets taken. Instead of letting the bank snap a picture on your worst day of the month, you clean the room before the camera clicks.
Now here's where most people make a second mistake once they learn this strategy. They assume that if keeping a low balance is good, reporting zero must be perfect. I need you to hear this clearly. Reporting a zero balance on all of your cards every single month is not the best strategy for your credit score. The scoring model is built to evaluate how you handle debt. If it sees zero balances across every card month after month, the algorithm doesn't have enough data to score your behavior. It reads like you're not really using your credit at all. And a person who doesn't appear to be using credit is seen as a slightly bigger unknown than someone who uses it consistently and keeps it extremely low. People with credit scores at or near 850, the ones who've essentially mastered this game, they carry an average utilization of around 1 to 6%, not zero. A small, intentional balance. The strategy that hits that sweet spot is called the all zero except one method.
If you have multiple credit cards, pay all of them to zero before the statement closes. On just one card, leave a tiny balance, something like $10 to $20, roughly 1% of that card's limit. This tells the algorithm two things at the same time. You are actively using credit, and you are keeping your usage extremely low. That combination produces the best possible result in the amounts owed category. And here's the thing that trips people up. Reporting a small balance is not the same as carrying a balance and paying interest. You still pay the full amount by the due date. You're just timing the payment so the statement captures a low number before you clear it completely. No interest, just a better score. All right, here's the exact process to put this into action starting today. Step 1. Find your statement closing date on every card you have. This is not the same as your due date. Your bank app screams the due date at you because they want you to pay on time. The closing date is usually buried. Go to your Statements tab, open a past bill, and look for the words Billing Cycle End Date or Next Closing Date. Write it down for every card you carry. Step 2. Set recurring reminders 2 to 3 days before each closing date. If your card closes on the 15th, set a monthly reminder for the 12th or 13th. That buffer matters. Bank transfers can take 1 to 2 business days to post. You don't want to pay on the 14th and have it post on the 16th after the snapshot is already taken. Step 3. Make a manual payment on your reminder day. Log into your account, check your current balance. If you're using the 1% rule, calculate 1% of your card limit and leave that amount on the card. Pay everything above that number right then. Do not rely on autopay for this step. Autopay is designed to protect you from late fees. It pulls after the statement closes. It does not help you control what gets reported. Step 4. Pay the remaining small balance by your due date. After your statement closes, you'll get an email showing a very low balance. That remaining amount must be paid by the due date. A missed payment, even on a $10 balance, does far more damage to your credit score than any amount of high utilization ever would. Step 5. Keep your spending within your credit limit each month. Some people fall into a pattern called credit cycling, where they hit their limit, pay it down mid-month, hit the limit again, and repeat. Banks flag this as suspicious activity. It can result in your account being reviewed, frozen, or closed entirely. If you find yourself constantly maxing out just to keep using your card, the real solution isn't a payment trick. It's a credit limit increase. Call your issuer. Tell them you pay in full every month and need more room. A higher limit means lower utilization naturally, without any extra steps.
Here's what I want you to walk away with today. The credit system isn't broken. It's just built on rules that most people were never taught. Payment history tells lenders if you pay, but credit utilization tells them how you live. And nearly a third of your entire financial reputation is built on one number, captured on one day, that most people have no idea how to control. Now you do. You know why your credit score drops even when you pay on time. You know how to control exactly what gets reported to the bureaus. You know the 1% rule that separates people with average scores from people with exceptional ones. Find your closing date, set the reminder, pay it down early, leave 1%, pay the rest by the due date. Do that for 1 month and watch your monitoring app. The score will move. And when it does, come back here and drop a comment with how many points you gained. Every single data point helps the next person watching this video make a smarter decision. Money rewards the people who understand the rules, not the people who simply follow them.